if you're watching this lesson at home, you can pause it and get your notes set up. All right, so we're going to jump right in. So subtraction on a number line. Okay. Okay, really the best way to do this is just do some examples, have you guys practice it. We're going to start by subtracting from a negative, and then we'll go into subtract. Well, let's see, what did I do here? Oh, we just jumped right in, didn't we? All right, we'll start with just subtracting a positive number, and then we will talk about subtracting a negative number, okay? So here's our first example. I'm going to get my number line set up. Doesn't need to be anything super fancy. Okay. Okay, so just like integer addition, we're going to start with that first number. So I'm going to put my first point at -6. And when we're taking away a positive amount, what do you think? Are we going to go to the right or to the left on the number line?
To the left.
Raise your hand if you think you know. Okay, if I call on somebody and you agree with their answer, you can go like this. This means me too. Okay, Sophie.
To the left.
To the left. Because, yeah, okay. Because you're taking that amount away. You're losing something, okay? So we're taking 2 away. So we're going to go 2 spaces to the left. And we're going to land at -8. So far, so good, right? Okay. I'm going to give you guys a couple practice problems to do. Okay, so give that a try. For right now, I want you to show your work because one of the 7th grade standards is modeling integer addition and subtraction on a number line. So you actually do need to know how to model it on a number line. Okay? And I know you're like, really, Miss Hunt? I can do this in my head. This is silly, waste of time. I actually kind of agree, but it's good for you to have that conceptual understanding, and I am required to teach you how to do it. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and, y'all ready? Okay, that first one, we're starting at positive 4. So let's say you have $4 in your pocket and you spend $7. So you're gonna end up in debt, right? Yeah, you spend $7. So we go back 7 spaces and we land at -3. Okay. Next one. We already owe our mom $4 and then we spend another $3. Okay. So you owe your mom $4, so you are in debt $4. That's how much money you have, -$4. It's not a good place to be. And you spend another $3. Now you are in debt $7, right? Good. Okay. So now let's take a look at what happens when you're subtracting a negative. Okay, this is where it gets a little different. Okay. So let's do -6 minus -2 to start with here. I'm going to get my number line all set up. Okay. Now, just like before, we are going to start at that -6. So I'm going to put a point here at -6. So I'm going to phrase this a few different ways so that it makes sense. We can look at this. Is your $6 in debt? Okay, you start out $6 in debt. But then your mom says, you know what? I'm going to take away $2 worth of your debt. Okay, so she's taking away your debt, which means you no longer owe her those $2. So now, how far in debt are you going to be?
-4.
You're going to be $4 in debt, so -4, right? Does that conceptually make sense? Okay. The other way that you can think about this is you have -6 and you take away the opposite of 2. Okay, you take away the opposite of 2. So when you're subtracting, you go this way, right? But you're taking away the opposite. So we're going to flip and go the other way. Okay? So it's the opposite of -2, which is going to send you in which direction? What do you think? Which direction do you think you're going to go? Sophia?
To the right.
To the right. You guys agree? Yeah? Okay. I would agree too. And we already kind of talked about it because we said, well, hey, your mom said she forgave $2 worth of that debt. So now you only owe $4. Yeah, Dallas?
I think about it as if there's 2 negative signs, you just combine them to make it a plus sign, so it's like 6 plus 2.
Absolutely. And that's where I want you to be at the end of class tomorrow. Is just quickly saying 2 negatives is the same as a positive. Okay? Yeah. Is that what you were going to say, too? Yeah.
Like, subtract signs or whatever, just go with that.
That's the way I always visualized it, too. I just thought, okay, you have 2 subtractions, and then you put them together to make an addition sign. Sophie?
Yeah, because the negatives cancel each other out. So.
Yeah, because remember when you learned this in 6th grade, how they taught you it's the opposite of the opposite?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the opposite of the opposite is 2, is just 2, right? Okay. It's a little crazy, but it does make sense. Well, you know, kind of. Okay, let me do one more example, and then I'm going to have you guys practice this here. Let's do... Okay, so -3 minus a -3. So for this one, we always start at that first number, so we're going to start at -3. And we're going to go the opposite of -3. If we were going to go -3, it'd be this way, but we're going to do the opposite of it. So we're actually going to go to the right. 3 spaces. Where do we land? 0. What is our special name for numbers like that? Zero pair. Great. Awesome. You guys are right on target. Okay, let me give you just a couple problems to stretch your wings on. And then we'll summarize our lesson and then we'll move on. Okay, so go ahead and try those 2 out. Oh, goodness. The problem is I switched up my my examples because I didn't like the way that my notes were set up before. So give me just a second. This is a good example. Okay, go ahead and try that one. Just gonna see how many times I have to put white out on that problem. Are everyone's computers working today?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I'm still getting used to these longer days, so I think we're going to be done really early today. This class goes until 10.
Oh, yeah.
And we're almost done with our notes, and I don't think the homework is going to take you guys very long. We might be able to arrange that now, see how much time we have, okay? The numbered lines take a little while to set up, so I'm fine with you not putting every number on there and just putting the numbers that you need on there. It will be faster that way for you. But I do, at least for today, I would really like all of these problems modeled, the ones that ask you to model on your homework. I do want you to model them. I know it's a lot of work to get the number lines going, but like I said, you need to be able to do it on a test, so I just want to make sure you're good to go. All right, let's take a look at that first one. What did you guys get? 7? Is that what everyone got?
Yeah.
You're good? Okay, so we start at 2. Okay, if I was going to take away, I'd go this way, but I'm doing the opposite, so I'm going to go this way, 5 spaces. And I'm going to land at 7. Good. What about the next one? Taylor, what'd you get?
I got
10. I have to say, it's problems like this that are most commonly missed. I get 0 as an answer for this all the time, okay? But let's take a look at it on a number line. We start at 4. If we were going to take away, we'd go this way, but we're doing the opposite, so we'll go this way 5 spaces. And we land at 10. Okay. So let's go ahead and just write a little summary here. I'll walk you through the summary today. Sometimes I'll have you write a summary on your own. So I think the main points here that we went over is when you subtract a positive, you move to the left on the number line. When you subtract a negative, you move to the right. So if you can remember that, that's key. So for the summary, I'm going to say, today we subtracted integers on a number line. When we subtract a positive, we move to the left on the number line. When we subtract a negative, we move to the right on the number line. Bless you. Okay. And if you want, just so you don't even have to think about it, on your homework, you can do just put like a little symbol here, like we'll call this X and Y. So when it looks like that, you go to the left. Okay, and when it looks like this, you go to the right. Just a little visual. All right. Okay, I'm going to show you the table of contents so you can get your page filed away. Okay. So page 6 is going to be these notes. Page 7 will be your homework. So this is what it looks like. Remember, you're doing your homework on paper, and then you'll use that answer checker just to make sure that all of your solutions are correct. You guys have plenty of time to work on your homework and use that, try out that answer checker. So if you need any help on it, now is the time to ask me, because I won't be at home in 2 weeks. I mean, you can email me, but it's easier to help you in person. So get your homework done on paper and then try that answer checker out. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll turn some music on. And we'll get started.